University, Bursar, and then the financial manager of the university, a principal officer who worked closely with the vice chancellor. What is your own narrative regarding the legacies of the outgoing vice chancellor, Professor Abdul Karim Sabo Muhammad?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على نبي الكريم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم. Alhamdulillah ala kulli halin. Really, of course, these are very good questions that I require a lot of times, but let me, in summary, give a brief achievement, a legacy that the Vice Chancellor is going to leave behind. A lot of achievement in terms of staff welfare, in terms of student welfare, in terms of capital development in the university. When we came in as a Vice Chancellor, as a boss of the university, he drew our attention that his target, his aim, is how he's going to develop the university to the great height. He personally called on me that financial system of the university need to be reviewed in such a way that a system that a staff requirement of payments need to be done immediately. Before we took over, we inherited over 160 something million outstanding payments. But when we come on board, within at least less than 2 months, we were able to clear everything, all the outstanding staff claim. We developed a software that helped the university accounting department bursary how we are going to make payment without any further delay, with the accuracy, with the good documentations, with the help and the assistance and of the Vice Chancellor. We inherited a lot of our staff that went abroad for study fellowship. They didn't return back to the university. A lot of staff were given, particularly academic staff. So we have to do staff verifications and check the record, bring out all those that were released and the time expired. They didn't report back to the university. The committee was set up between the bursary and the registry department to verify that record with the chairmanship of Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic Services. We checked everything, and at long last we reported back to the university management. A decision was taken. We stopped a lot of staff salaries and advised them to come back, and if they are not coming back, they should return the university's money as guided by the extant financial regulations. In addition to that, we also inherited a lot of outstanding payment, a lot of outstanding projects of capital in nature, which is that of TED fund and capital projects, that is appropriation from federal government. We also put it together. We were able to collect all the outstanding from that period to date. A lot of projects were completed that were outstanding. We don't have any projects that was not completed within the period. We even received commendation letter from the TED fund for doing that. Then there's a period revenue that also, with the introduction of that software and following the guideline, the financial regulation religiously, we are able to pay everything without outstanding. We always paid gross. What I mean by gross, we paid net plus the all necessary appropriate deductions, that of withholding tax, VAT, stamp duty, all necessary remittance were considered all the time. Therefore, the federal revenue gave us commendation letter, and we updated all the outstanding or remitted taxes which were hanging before. So commendation letter was given. With the introduction of NEL fund, we developed such a way of giving awareness to students, particularly our students in the Pere University Dutse, through the student union government. They were mobilized, they were encouraged. We followed through, we encouraged them to go through the university ICT, that they were able to capture them, register put their own applications, and they were successfully were able to access the NEL fund. At the beginning, if we are not the first, we will not be less than the start in the Nigerian universities that were able to secure that loan. Over 7,000, even at the beginning, 7,000 were almost the highest in Nigerian universities that were able to access NEL fund as at that time. Over 700 and something million was released in favor of our student registration fees, and were remitted or were captured through the university portal, and students were able to enjoy the privilege given by Mr. President. Even recently, for 2025-2026, we received over 800 and something million through putting effort, encouragement, and giving opportunity by the Vice Chancellor for ourselves to follow it up and the student to be able to access NEL funds. We also reviewed the financial regulation of the university to be in line with the current accounting practice of the federal government. This is another good development. Our staff also that were housing in the university accommodations, a lot of renovation were taking place, refurbishment of a lot of facilities, including that of staff and their accommodations and other facilities in the university. Convocation, were able to hold about at least not less than 3 convocations within the period, and we only have one. This is outstanding, which we intend to do within this year. This is a very good development also during the period of Professor Have areas for promotion, responsibility, that and allowance responsibility, hazard, and other allowances to the staff were paid 100%. We don't have any outstanding unpaid allowances for staff. Our staff allowances were up to date, were paid up to date. Promotion areas, we can hear from other sister universities, there are a lot of outstanding payment, but here in Imperial University Dutse, we were able to settle 100%. Nobody is complaining of any outstanding areas with the effort, support, and contribution of the Vice Chancellor. For study fellowship, a lot of staff were sponsored internationally and locally for PhD, masters, and degrees. Even non-teaching staff were given opportunity to go for degrees, for masters, for undergraduate programs, for diplomas. A lot of non-teaching were benefited. Talk less of academic staff that was for PhD. Staff development, a lot of conferences also through the sponsorship from TED Fund and from IGR of the university, were financed with the support of the Vice Chancellor. Then there is a creation of a directorate within the administrative segment, that is the registry department and bursary department. Two units were created as a directorate. There's the Directorate of Establishment Services, there's the Directorate of Academic Services, and the Bursary Department we have a Directorate of Budget and Planning, and also we have a Directorate of Final Accounts. All this was encouragement and support of the Vice Chancellor. The financial record of the university were up to date. The audited account, financial statement of the university were always up to date. Like immediately we entered 2026, we were able to invite our auditors to come and see our record. Very soon we are going to present the 2025 financial statement to the council for their considerations and approval. For previous years, from inception of his tenure, we don't have any outstanding unaudited account of the university. This is a great, good, and good achievement also. And we always reported, submitted the copies to various concerned agencies, Accountant General, Auditor General, Minister of Education, National Universities Commission, all the relevant agencies supposed to receive the record were given. We attended a lot of committees invitation in the National Assembly, and we were able to defend all the inquiries given by the committees. These are some of the achievements. And in terms of punishing of faculties department, particularly this very Senate building I'm talking about, university put a lot of finances to make sure that we were able to punish all the required punishers for Senate building and other academic offices. Another thing, there's an issue of this research grant that we are not being able to assess, particularly institutional-based research (IBR) during his tenure, and a lot of staff were able to assess with the support of the Vice Chancellor. There's also National Research Funds (NRF). Over 50 something staff were able to assess the NRF and the IBR, that is the institutional based research, and the national research funds. Then I already made mention that of conferences, that of study fellowship, a lot of development. So we are going to really miss the Vice Chancellor, Professor Al Mohammed. I particularly am going to miss him. Really, I know it because he gave me all the opportunities. I can say a lot of Bursars from sister universities call me, ask me, how did you do this? How are you doing that? How did you achieve this? What I normally taught them is prayers, and secondly, I have 100% support of my Vice Chancellor. Let me give you one insight. We normally, in so many cases, we were the first university to pay salaries whenever salary is released. One of the secrets is the support of the Vice Chancellor. If we said this is the end of the month, from 25th or 22nd of the month, I will start monitoring with my staff. We start monitoring when is the salary grant going to be penalized. Immediately it was penalized, we already uploaded everything, awaiting for approval. I will let him. My BC told me that he even selected special ringtone in his sunset for me as a Bursar because of the importance he gives to the staff welfare and the student welfare. So whenever he had my ringtone, he will just, even if he's asleep, he will open his handset. He knows I'm done calling him, and his noise is very, very important. And the way the importance is given to staff and student welfare. Whenever I called him, even in the midnight, sometime 2 o'clock, when the salary was finalized, I would just call him. He will pick, and he will just ask me without anything, say, Bursar, anything. I'll say, sir, we already forwarded salary release to you for your approval. You say, okay, no problem. Give me a few minutes. He will approve and call me back, or he send me text, done. That's why, in some cases, you see, we used to be the first university to assess salaries whenever it was released. This is one of the secrets we had with the support of the Vice Chancellor. Therefore, I'll never forget with him, and he helped me to execute my responsibility as a Bursar. Was a decorum with the happiness. So I'm happy, Alhamdulillah, and I'm always praying for him, Allah to reward him abundantly and in his future endeavor. Thank you very much.